And how's everyone doing today? This is your boy FlyIsland guy, and I'm back in the BN-2 Islander once again. So today we're doing an on-air mission. We're going to be taking some fragile cargo down to Cuba. So this is actually a two-parter flight. So we're going to be going to MUCM first, which is Ignacio Agramonte International Airport in Camaguey province, and then we're going to drop off some of the cargo there. Then after that we're going to be heading over to Maximo Gomez Airport, which is in the Ciego de Avila province of Cuba. So it's going to be a Cuba adventure today. Flight time is roughly around 2 hours. So this is another long one, but I'm trying to build up some points right now. And also, if I'm going to fly for 2 hours, I want to get some value for money. So this mission will pay us around 20,000 credits, or close to 25,000 credits. So in this plane, it's actually pretty decent. Alright, so as you can hear, the plane has already started. So I'm just going to move our props full forward. Flight plan is already in. Going to turn our generator switches on. Taxi lights can come on. And I believe we're good to go. Going to set our flaps for departure. For takeoff, and I think that should be it. Trim looks good, and strobes and landing lights can stay off until we get on the runway. So here in, oops, overshot that turn. Yeah, so here in Nassau, we're going to be departing runway 14, just like we did last time. I see plenty of traffic going on right now, which is interesting. As usual, we'll just take the first, pretty much the first entry onto the runway and take off with that. We're in the Islander, so we don't need a lot of runway for taking off. Just gonna make sure no traffic is coming. I think we should be good for now. Yep. Looks like there might be an aircraft coming in for a landing, but we're gonna try and sneak out before then. So we are on the Bond jet today, the James Bond aircraft. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so here we are. We're going to turn onto the runway. There is a plane coming in for landing, but we're just going to go ahead and steal a takeoff. So let's turn here. Oops. Losing control of the camera. There we go. Sorry about that. Alright, so pretty much good to go. Strobes on. Let's get out of here. Rotate. Put in a little left rudder.
Airborne time log.
So we took off from over there, Odyssey FBO. Just making that my base of operations for on air. And so we're doing pretty much a late afternoon flight. We should arrive in Cuba in the early evening. Our cruise altitude today is going to be about 1,000 feet. And sorry, did I say 1,000? It's going to be 9,000 feet. So we're actually flying pretty low for the next couple of hours. I checked the weather in Cuba right now. Everything looks good. We're still dealing with some tropical activity in the area. I'm just going to take a screenshot real quick. That's not working out. Let me get the autopilot on. Alright, increase the vertical speed. Let's try this again. I think I know what's going on here. It's my it's one of these buttons down bottom, one of my keys. If I hit the wrong one, it tends to mess up the... There we go. Yeah, if I hit the wrong key, it kind of messes things up. And the clouds come in as soon as I want to take the screenshot. Good job. Gonna see if you come out the clouds. There we go. Screenshot taken, but we no longer have a view of Bahamas, which kind of sucks. And I'm gonna engage nav mode. Alright, so yeah, as I was saying, we're gonna be heading to Cuba. Let's just take a quick look at the flight plan. So right now we've departed Nassau. Just, oops, we're already there. And we're coming onto our flight plan now. We're pretty much going to head due south, just basically flying past Andros on the right, on our right as we're flying. And then we are going to be making a right turn, kind of heading down into Cuba. and we're going to be doing the runway 08 RNAV approach into Camaguey International Airport. So I'm excited because it kind of looks like got a little bit of urban development here, like flying over the city to get into the runway. So that should be cool. And then after that, our next stop is actually going to be around up here to this city, and we're going to be dropping off the rest of our cargo. That should be the end of our flight after that. So the plan is pretty much to get up to cruise altitude and just take my time and enjoy this flight. I'll come back when we are descending into Cuba. We'll discuss the approach as usual, shoot the landing, get the cargo off, and then we'll start heading off to the next airport. It should be an evening flight, and that last leg should be in the evening, so we'll see if we get any interesting views while we're in the air. But overall, I'm interested, get to on air takes me to places I don't normally fly to, and that's why I really love it. So we'll see how Cuba's looking today, and I'll hit you when we get back. All right, take care. And welcome back, everybody. We're descending into, I forget the name of the place already because I can't pronounce it. Camaguey, I think that's what it's called, in Cuba now. It's been an interesting approach coming into Cuba. There's been some awesome vistas of the water masking. So if you look at the thumbnail of the video, you're gonna see what that looks like. Unfortunately, it was a little too far out to kind of get it into the video, but yeah, the water masking looked awesome there. Now we're kind of further inland, just heading towards the airport. So while we're doing that, let's just bring up the approach as per usual. So let me get that here in sim brief. So we are doing the RNAV runway 08 approach into Ignacio Agramonte International. That's a mouthful. Right now we're heading towards this waypoint, CM501, and then we're just going to do the right turn onto final. That scared me because I thought this was the airport. Actually, this is the airport. Okay. So I'm officially scared. Yeah, so as you see, we're going to fly past the airport to the left, and we should be heading towards this waypoint here. So we're going to kind of fly out this way and then kind of make a turn back that way and come back towards the runway. We're descending right now down to 2,000 feet. It's pretty much a hard hold. And once we hit CM507, we will start our descent towards the runway. Depending on how it looks, I'll probably just hand fly the approach, or at least hand fly the final approach into landing. Why does it look like such a big building? That is a massive building right there at the airport. I don't know if that's correct. Pretty sure it's probably not, but it's fine. So So we should be passing over the actual city, you know, coming in on final. No, where did I actually see the... Yeah, here we go. So we should be making a right turn, so we should end up coming over the city here. So I'm hoping we get some good view, like good view of the city below. So far, I'm not really seeing too much besides from trees. I guess no, it's all back here. So I have got a little fast. So I have a little bit of a dilemma right now, in that our second flight is going from, actually where we're flying to now, over to MUCA, but I can't find MUCA in SimBrief. I can't find it in Navigraph. I mean, which makes sense, 'cause Navigraph and SimBrief are kind of linked now, so. But since it is showing up here in the GPS, what we can do is just fly straight to the, we can just do a direct flight straight to the airport. Sorry. Sorry about that. You could fly straight to the airport, and then we'll just do the visual for landing. I don't think there's much else we could do at this point. Alright, so we've reached 2,000 feet. And we are 2.1 nautical miles away from CM501, which is our initial approach fix. So should be making a right turn very, very soon. Let's get some landing gear view. So I still love this little plane. It kind of reminds me of back in the day, when I used to go on Liat. My mother is from the St. Kitts. That's why the flag is in my banner for the channel. And so back when we were small, we used to take Liat into St. Kitts. And so I remember kind of like they flew the Dash 8s, so I always remember looking out the window and just seeing the wheel when the gears extended. So just kind of reminds me of that. All right. Should be hitting that right turn any second now. Looks like we also have a nice little layer of fog going on as well. I'm actually surprised you haven't started the turn yet. That's weird. Okay, I guess the plane's just slow. Yeah, I thought it would have started already, but that's fine. So it's less than like 1 nautical mile to go, so the turn should be happening any second now. As you can see, we're flying over the top. It's pretty like rural, the area that we're flying over now. Just lots of trees and farmland. Fortunately, I know nothing about Cuba, so Can't tell you where we are, where we're going, nothing. Jeez, it took forever to hit that waypoint just now. So we're making a turn now. Let's see. Let's zoom in here. Oh, we actually haven't reached the waypoint yet. I think we're just doing maybe some kind of procedure turn to get us to the waypoint, or like a DME arc or something. I don't know. We pretty much just stay at 2,000 feet now. So just flying the flight plan. Basically, that's about it. It's like it's evening time here. Things are starting to cool down a little bit. Got a nice little fog layer going on, and that's kind of cool for me to see because I feel like I hardly ever run into bad weather when I'm flying now, which seems sort of odd. Maybe because I do a lot of my flying in the Caribbean, or maybe because it's summertime right now, I'm not really seeing a lot of bad weather, but every now and then I appreciate a little bit of rain, just a little bit. As we know, I'm going to be in Europe during winter time, or at least near to winter time. So I can imagine that we're going to start seeing a lot more snow and everything on the channel. I'm just still thinking about how I'm going to be progressing through the different aircraft, how I should go about purchasing and renting aircraft right now. As I said before, once I hit level 5, I'll be buying the CJ4, and I'm going to be using that for my Europe segments, and I'll probably be renting the Umbrella 110, and I'll just be using that to kind of do what I'm doing now, which is just runs around the Caribbean. All right. So we are slowly heading towards, felt like forever, getting to CM501. What I'm going to do in the meantime to prepare is I'm just going to pull up the chart for this airport. Just to see where I will be, just to see where I'll be landing. So the main terminal is going to be on the left side of the runway when I land, but there's an apron on the right hand side, and if we kind of land right on the numbers, we should be able to make the turn off for that apron. I don't know if it's an apron or not, but I'll probably use that to get rid of the cargo and then get back up in the air as fast as possible. Sunlight sparkling off that little pond there. Looks like a good little fishing spot. Man, I really want to go fishing. I mentioned it a couple times already on the channel. Alright, we are 2.5 nautical miles away from Cactus. So once we reach there, we'll be we will be descending down to, and let me find the chart. So I'm gonna descend. Well, actually, no. You pretty much stay at 2,000 feet the whole time, and then we should be able to capture the glide path and just descend towards the runway. What I've found lately is that the glide path, if you stick with it, it'll pretty much just slam you into the ground before you actually reach the airport. So just keep an eye on that. Right. Making the turn with the final. Can't see anything because it's this reflection. Alrighty, airport is straight ahead. Okay, so we're going to be passing over the city, it looks like now. So I am excited to see this. I never actually realized there was so many international airports in Haiti. Probably counted about 3 or 4 already. But I mean, sorry, not Haiti, Cuba. But Cuba is a huge country. So that shouldn't be surprising. Gonna hit approach. Looks like we've captured the glide path. So I'm gonna slow down and start getting our flaps down. Flaps fully extended. We are back on the glide path.
Wind 250 at 4 knots.
You have a bit of a, seems like you have a bit of a crosswind. Alright, so this is where I want to turn off, right here, on this right hand side. And we can disengage the autopilot. Let's get a last look on the outside.
Landing time locked.
Just slamming on the brakes so we could turn here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Camaguey. Don't know how to pronounce it. Alright, we're just gonna go straight ahead. Although, I don't know how we're supposed to do this. Oh wait, the marshal's on the other side. Alright, so we'll go around here. I want to turn my landing lights off, but just haven't had a chance to stop and reach out. Alright, so we're gonna go straight here. Alright. Let's do landing lights, strobes, and pulse lights, and beacons, and all that good stuff. Turn that off.
Engine off, time logged. Flight is finished. It has been monitored by On Air.
Awesome. So, my taxi lights are still on there. Alright folks, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to disappear for a sec. I'm just going to go and set up the next flight plan, and then we're going to start the plane back up, take off, and we will head over to our next location. Alright, so I'm going to be right back. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are all loaded up, and we're just heading back to the runway to take off. So I've programmed the airport already, or the next flight plan. We're heading over to Maximo Gomez International. So we're just gonna have to fly over and just do a visual approach, because there's no published approach procedures, which should not be the case. This is an international airport, and nothing in sim brief, nothing in Navigraph either. So we're just gonna have to wing it to complete the job. So we're back on the runway, and landing lights, stirrups, pulse lights are on. So should be good to go. Rotate.
Airborne time log.
Alright. So we can pretty much just hand fly this. I don't intend to go very high at all, and I think it's only about 65 nautical miles to the other airport. Lovely. So it's turning out to be a nice cool evening. Here at Ignacio Agramonte. I'm just going to follow the flight plan up to the next airport, and when it starts counting down, we get about 15-20 nautical miles near the airport. Then we'll just start a descent in. Yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on with that airport exactly, why there's no information on it, but as I said, this is my aircraft for hand flying, so shouldn't be too huge a challenge to get this on the ground. All right, so I will contact you guys when I get back, when we get near to the next airport and we land. I don't even know how high I'm gonna go for now. Probably maybe go up to 6,000 feet. Just stay there. There shouldn't be a long flight at all. I'm expecting maybe 20 minutes or so. It shouldn't take very long, so I'll link you guys when we get back. This is your boy FlyIsland Guy. I'm out for now. Alright, and welcome back everyone. We are starting our descent into Maximo Gomez International. I only went up to 6,000 feet, so we're descending now to 1,500, and I'm basically just going to shoot the landing as soon as I see the runway. Just our luck though, we're heading straight towards the sunset, so I'm gonna kind of have the sun in my eyes, which is never fun if you're flying into a strange airport. But from what I've seen, the runway runs in a similar direction to the previous airport that we came from, so shouldn't be too bad finding a way to land. At this point, we're actually just 7 nautical miles from the airport. So it should pretty much be directly in front of us somewhere. So I'm just doing a lookout for it right now. Yeah, I do not see it. Actually, it's going to be more to our left. Is this it? This might be it. I don't know though. Yeah, that's definitely it. I was just kind of thrown off by the long runway. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hand fly this the rest of the way. Autopilot is disengaged. This is my plane. So we're just gonna do just a downwind leg and then do a right turn onto final, or right base turn onto final. So normally just try and trim out a little bit for a reasonably level flight.
Wind 270 and 4 knots.
Thank you. So right now we're flying heading 270, which means that we should be landing from the opposite direction. Roundabout. This 270 might not be blown straight down the runway. The terminal building off to our right. This runway is actually incredibly long. Alright, so here we go. Now we're just gonna do a tight turn, very tight turn, and land at the runway. You know how much I enjoy doing these. So just gonna trim to keep the nose up a little bit. I like to call these my tactical approaches, my tactical landings. Tons of runway to use, so
landing time log.
awesome. All right. So we are here, folks, and this officially ends our second leg of this Cuba delivery. Off and off. Alright, we've got another marshal here for us as well. Perfect. Cool. Parking brakes on. And we are
Engine
good.
off time log. Flight is finished. It has been monitored by on air.
Awesome. So that's it, folks. Boom, boom. And we can turn the avionics off. And all the rest of the lights can come off. Boom. All right. So that is it, folks. Ah, I forgot my flaps again. Thanks again for tuning in. As I said, I try and knock out videos every couple days. Bring something new to the channel. So just to be aware, if you're a subscriber, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, probably sometime next week, I'm going to be gone for about 2 weeks. So there's going to be no probably done videos for a couple weeks. I'll make a community post about it, but yeah, I'm just having a little change of scenery. I'm not gonna have my desktop that I sim on, so I'm not gonna be able to do any videos. So it's a welcome break for me. Probably my first break from uploading since I've started this channel. But I'm just really looking forward to that change of scenery. Alright, so anyway, as I said, keep checking back. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Stay safe, and most of all, stay fly. This is your boy FlyIsland Guy. I'm out. Peace.